Hey folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video we're going to be talking about the variable refresh rate update that the PlayStation 5 has received, and we're going to check out the VRR update on Spider-Man, because Spider-Man the remastered edition also allows that. Now before I get into the game, alright, I just want to take you to the settings to show you where you will find this option. Now you head over to the screen and video, and here you will get an option of VRR. Alright, so here it says that allow the refresh rate to adjust in real time while using TVs and games that support VRR. Results will vary depending on the TV you are using. Now I, just for reference, am using the Samsung AU9070. Alright, that's the television that I have. So here when I go over to the video output information, here it clearly shows that this PS5 supports a VRR range of 48 frames to 120 Hz. 48 Hz to 120 Hz. HDR is supported, but I have currently switched off my HDR, so I'm just going to let you know about that. I'm going to show you that my HDR is switched off, but my VRR is on. So you've got two options, off or automatic. I choose to keep it in automatic because hey, that's the only way of turning this on. Apart from that, you can choose to apply this to unsupported games as well. Now, Spider-Man supports VRR because it's received that update. Isn't that fantastic? But even if you have games which do not support it natively, you have the console which will push the VRR even to unsupported games. Now, the experience will vary, and maybe the gameplay may vary depending on the game and how it impacts that game. All right. So here, as you can see, I've turned the VRR on. So now I'm going to head back over here, and I'm going to show you that this actually is running in 48 to 120 Hz. Now, how can I show you that? Thankfully, on my Samsung AU9070, I also have a game panel here. All right. So on this game panel, unfortunately, here it says VRR off. So I don't know if VRR is actually working or not. I don't think it is, because otherwise it would have told me that the VRR is working. Now let me head over to Spider-Man game, and here let me head into the settings and go into the visual settings. All right, and here if you take a look at it, I am on the performance mode. All right, and I have the 120 Hz display mode. Now my TV, Samsung AU9070, supports 120 Hz, but that's in 1080p. So it does support that, and here as you can see in the FPS, it clearly shows that it's around 115 to 100, you could say 17 tops FPS that I am getting. Now here I have an option of keeping this in performance if I want to get that 60 FPS, and here I've kept it in 120 Hz settings. You have an option of toggling between the different modes here, whether you want to keep it on or off. I'm going to choose to keep it on. All right, so here it says when enable 120 Hz output is set appropriately in the system settings, the 120 Hz refresh rate of a compatible display, which my display is used to reduce input latency and enable higher frame rates. The frame rate target of the Fidelity graphics mode is increased to 40 frames per second. If VRR is also enabled in the system settings, the frame rates will be further increased and vary based on gameplay. So here I do have the 120 Hz settings set. All right, and I'm going to show you how beautiful this looks. Just take a look at it. If you notice the birds in the sky, that is buttery, silky smooth, and I kid you not that the entire game looks so much more smoother in this mode. I know the camera will not be able to do it justice because the camera is only recording in 60 FPS, so it can't record on 120 FPS. But hey guys, from my personal experience, I am telling you that this completely changes the game. It is incredible. I mean, this is so smooth. Now while I'm swinging in the air, I am going to pull up the game panel as well, just to show you the FPS counter, and just take a note guys as to what kind of frame rates I am getting. It's hovering between, you could say, 93 to 112. That's what I'm getting. But hey, this is super smooth guys. This is extremely smooth. It's incredible. I mean, just look at it. Isn't that fantastic guys? Now just to give you a contrast, all right, again, I know that this video will not be able to do it justice, but from my personal experience, I can confidently say that this completely changes the way the game functions in terms of smoothness. It is so much more smoother. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the settings and I'm going to go over to the other mode, which is performance RT as well. Here I'm going to be getting 60 FPS. All right, so yeah, it asks me to apply and restart. So even now, you know, if I go over to the game panel again, so that I just get an idea, now I'm not hitting those 100 FPS. It is smooth, but it's not as smooth as the performance mode. So this is the performance RT mode, which looks beautiful in my personal opinion again. And the reason why I keep saying personal opinion is because, hey, I'm not a technical person, so this is not really about technicalities, but it's about experience. It's about personal experiences, this video, that is. So based on my personal experience, I think this looks fantabulous. Now, finally, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to head over to the last setting, which is your fidelity. So I'm going to set it to fidelity, and this is going to give me a 30 frames per second mode. All right, so let me just see what happens if I switch over to this. What kind of FPS am I getting? The game panel is still going to be on here. Well, it's still saying that I'm getting 119 FPS. How is that possible? Ooh, no. This is not as smooth as the performance RT. So one thing's for sure, on the Samsung television, I don't think this can be relied upon, but I don't know. I mean, some parts look all right, some parts don't. Is it because of the fact that I've kept the 120 Hertz mode? Oh, all right, now I get what is happening. It does look smooth, and I know, you know, why it does. All right, let me try something. All right, let me head over to settings, let me head over to visual, and here I'm going to turn this off now. All right, so let's see what happens to the FPS counter now. All right, it's in fidelity mode, and let's start playing this. Yeah, there's a huge difference, guys. I mean, compared to, I'm just gonna ask my little fella here as well. Ezzy, does it look choppy to you? A little more choppier?
Yes, it does. It's like much more slower.
It looks slower, right?
Yeah.
It does. So the visual fidelity is there, but it definitely looks slower. And I'm gonna bring up that counter here. So it just constantly gives or shows me 60 FPS, because I believe, you know, the television is 60 Hertz. So therefore, you know, it's showing me that it's 60 Hertz, but trust me, it's not 60 frames per second. This is, I am sure it's 30 frames per second. I've played so many games that I can tell that it's 30 frames per second. All right, now let's do this again. I'm gonna head over to settings, and I'm gonna go over to visual. I'm gonna head over to 120 Hertz mode again, and here I'm gonna head over to performance, because this was the smoothest of the lot. And now I'm gonna show you the same thing again. I'm also gonna ask my little champ here as to, you know, what it looks like. So again, game settings, game panel, bot up, or oh man, an immediate difference. Ezzy, does it look better?
Yeah,
It does look better, yeah?
it does.
Oh, it looks silky smooth, guys. Silk sonic smooth. It looks incredible.
Do you have access to the other city, like the other part?
I do, but you know, I'm just showing this section here because I just want to show the smoothness by panning the camera around, by swinging around the city. So, guys, the 120 Hertz mode, it runs excellently. Now, I don't know why it shows VRR is off, because I think, you know, it does not work with this game. Or I don't know, maybe I'll have to do something in the TV settings. Maybe, but I have switched the VRR on from the PS5 console, but it still states that it's off. Now, when I've tried to switch on the VRR on my Xbox, by the way, and I have a video confirming this, especially with my Gears 5 gameplay, the Samsung TV panel, it does show me that the VRR is working. So it's not that, you know, the television has a problem. Maybe, you know, it's not compatible with the PlayStation 5. I'm not sure. But yeah, somebody just hit me. Not a problem. But in terms of smoothness, guys, I kid you not, this is extremely smooth, and it looks so much better that it's difficult now to go back to the 30 FPS mode, because this is incredibly smooth. The 120 Hz mode, that is. And if you have got a television or a monitor, any display that is capable of doing 120 Hz, this is definitely the mode that you should play this game on, because your experience is just gonna improve so much more because of this. Even when I turn it to the slow motion kind of a thing, look how smooth this looks. Incredible. Alright guys, so this was Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is included in the list of games which actually is capable of running with VRR. Now the console says that VRR is running, but my television states otherwise. So I'm not sure if it's a problem with the compatibility between my Samsung AU9070 and the Spider-Man game or the PlayStation 5 console. Like I said, you know, this is all about experiences. I'm not a technical person, but one thing that I can state for sure is that this game, all right, it runs beautifully on the PlayStation 5 thanks to the 120 Hz mode. Now, if you want me to test out any other games which claim to have VRR compatibility, which my television is absolutely capable of, as you can see on screen, the VRR, it says off. I don't know why it says off. Maybe there's a problem, but hey, if you guys have had a chance to try it out on any other monitor or any other television which is capable of running with VRR, do let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section as well. I'll be very happy to find out if that's something that I can do maybe on my Samsung AU9070 that makes it work, like show that the VRR is on. Then yeah, I'll be very happy to hear from you guys as to what do you think I'm missing out here. What am I missing, guys? Let me know in the comment section, and also let me know what you feel about the 120 Hz mode. Man, it's silky smooth. If you want me to make a comparison between the 30 FPS and the 120 Hz mode on the Samsung, on the Spider-Man game, then do hit me up in the comment section. I'll be very happy to, you know, make like a side-by-side comparison between the 30 FPS mode and the 120 Hz mode with the VRR turned on, supposedly, according to the console. Not according to the TV, but according to the console, this is supposedly working. And again, based on my personal experience, it is an incredible experience, guys. So this is absolutely mind-blowing. And once you play it on this mode, you're not going to go back to the Fidelity mode. You can take my word for that. At least I'm not going to go back to the Fidelity mode. And even after being a fan of Fidelity modes on a lot of games, this game is something which looks more beautiful in the performance or the performance RT mode. And that's the mode that I am going to be playing this game on. So hey, that's it for this video, folks. It's a wrap for this one. Do let me know what your thoughts and comments are, and if you've liked the content, then please do hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. Now with that said, it's a wrap for this one, and I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.